better day than they did yesterday because it was rough. Not gonna lie, but
Little lackluster, little
yeah,
lackluster.
we have faith. That's what I'm
Yes.
gonna stick with. But yep, Sakura Zensen, they did so well in that day number one. I'm kind of expecting them to continue along that. But is there any subs? The one that I'm actually looking
Mm,
at. No, okay. I thought Kev might have been.
nope,
Is
he,
Kev
he was here
Wanzak?
yesterday.
No. Yeah, but is Kev Wanzak? Because I thought Wanzak was the one who was playing with Supernova. No.
One Zach is playing with Supernova. That might be Kev. He might be
Yeah.
playing underneath a different named account, but no,
I'm
that's a good
unsure,
question.
but the
As same.
circle goes to Sakura Zensen because they don't have enough. They needed it. They really needed the help. But MTG Mighty Gods, they're 14th, I want to say, if my memory serves correct. But they could use getting some points, and we'll see if they're able to capitalize. Otherwise, well, might be a rough day for them as well.
I mean, 13 points between them and eighth is not unobtainable. Like a lot of these teams, like heck, even if Totoy Bibbo and Team
Nice.
Skyline, as long as they have a decent day, like it's obtainable for anyone. It's no one is out of the running yet. Like, it's a little bit of a tall order to ask for Totoy Bibbo and Team Skyline to make it to qual based on where they're at in the leaderboard, but it's not out of the question. If Sakura, especially if Sakura Zenzen, maybe even Duel start picking up even more points and just absolutely point sponging the lobby. Like I said, like Skyline, if they average 7 points a game, they're in the running to qualify. Like they're there. And if anyone could do it, I think it could be them. It's a pretty cracked roster. The homies are on the roster, so I'm very happy with how far that they've made it. And it looks like we're about to get our first fight of the day of day 2 of this round of 16. Mighty Gods coming in on top of Pentalol. I Ken, he knows someone's here. I'm assuming they saw someone land here with the plane path from parachuting in, and Pentalol's just looting himself away, but he has the in hand, so that SMG buff is pretty insane. It could do a lot of damage if Ken is not careful.
Just don't even bother shooting for the head or the vest. Just go for the toes. It's way more profitable. But now I think Penta is starting to have an inkling that something is akin, something is afoot as two members do crash. And Penta, he did find something other than an ump, and he has found something other than an MK12 as he has the Panzerfaust ready and waiting. Adam is coming in, and so is Mr. T. We have a 2v4, but the rest of Sakura Zensen should be coming in. Some shots coming in, but so far it doesn't look like they're really going to do any damage right now. They're just trying to tell everyone to buzz off.
Yeah, and Sakura Zensen is probably not the team that you want to be messing with. Shots are ringing out from Adam, getting a nice roof view from the hot dog.
Nice shots.
It's going to be Pentalol that gets the first knock onto Newbie, and now MTG are rethinking this crash as they get on their vehicles. And they get on out, but not before they lose a second one. You come to poke the beast of lobby, and you're going to get the horns. Absolutely insane from Sakura Zensen. Just oh my gosh, Pentalol able to delay and wait for his team to come for a re-crash after they 4-man crashed it. And MTG, this early into the game, you do not want to be losing people, but they are already down 2.
I feel like the best thing to say to that is honestly just oof. That's a misplay. I think if they wanted to collapse on it, they need to be a lot quicker and a lot faster. But Sakura Zensen deciding to, okay, good shots from Eddie coming out. Almost taking down Micah. He is one shot away, but that bust is saving him a lot. But one last shot is all Eddie would need. But he is unable to find it as Sakura Zensen is able to keep all 4 up currently. But they do have Gooners, and if you can guarantee one thing, I believe I see a Tommy. Yep, that's a Tommy gun in the hands of Blunt.
I think we just saw him. Yeah, why not? I think he just swapped to a Vector over the time again too. Like last second, it looked like he made a swap. But
okay.
Yeah, if Mighty Gods in that situation, you definitely need to be a lot more aggressive. You have the information that hey, there's one in this compound, and you 4-man crash it. At that point, like playing safe there needs to go out the window because you do not want a recrash coming to support. And it was just very poorly executed. I'll say that like you just got a W key into that. Like, you just got to get in there, find the solo that's in that compound, and then take it over and keep them from recrashing, so you can keep that positioning to yourself. And they paid the price for it. So
Yep, and now we do see Toyo Bibo on that eastern side with Run It Down. Pretty gosh darn close, but they only have 2 members. And now, Gooners, they decide that they want the smoke as Bunt and Icy going to be the first ones to try and aggress as Kin, he had swapped back to his MK12 and still needs to reload. But Eddie, I don't know if he knows just yet, but it's getting to that point that he should. Gooners trying to be quiet, but still doing the gooning things. Just waiting for that opening knock. And a Bun with a Vector, you know, close range, he is going to be absolutely nasty.
Yeah, you already like SMGs are just scary in general. Eddie, I guess he got some information. He heard he has a nade. He's prepping and he's dropping it right on Icy Flex, and he's gonna put a little damage from the M4. The nade's gonna do the majority of damage, but the knock's gonna come from the M4 as Eddie's able to back off to reset. Now Gooners, they saw the kill feed as it popped on out, but Goonshot's gonna go down, leaving Eddie down to 1 HP. Somehow the Panzer does not find the connection to put him down, as now it is going to have to be up to Bunt and simply Matt to try to reset and make something happen here. But this is a rough push for them because you have to run straight up and across inside of a building, and even then they could be set up in numerous different locations inside this building to where they can just shut you down as soon as you make it in.
Well, Bunt with a Vector, typically you want to be a little bit closer, but both Eddie and Ken doing a lot of damage, but Matt is going to go down. Now it is just Eddie, and he's going to go ahead and find one with the Panzerfaust. And Icy, I believe, is the last one up, but Sakura Sensen, they know what is happening over here. They know these players, and they know that they've already taken out 2 from Mighty Gods. Why did my... Yeah, no, I was right. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
My brain is just farting. I don't know why. But seems like they're able to reset. Kin, looks like they're trying to get the res. Sakura Sensen pushing in from the east side. Never mind. Eddie, he's just built different currently. Icy, the last one up, trying to save his team, but Sakura Sensen, they are coming in. They are stealing all of the kills as Icy is behind a wall, and so many teams just want these points to try and get a little bit higher up on the leaderboard, except for Sakura Sensen. You know, you can't really get higher than first, but they'll take the points.
No, you cannot.
You know,
4 kills already, and the match has just begun. Gooners, knowing that Mighty Gods lands inside of Hasi, it was a very good idea to push. Like, hey, they just lost 2 in the leaderboard. They just lost 2 that we just saw in the kill feed. So let's go try to make something happen on this. But they just couldn't get in undetected fast enough, and that was their downfall. Because Mighty Gods just have all of this range that they could peek from, and have the fortifications of Hasi to head peek and head glitch, and you know. In the Art of War, the person that has the height advantage often wins. And Sakura Sensen, knowing that, hey, these guys just try to ruin our game, coming in for the backstab, they managed to take both the points that Mighty Gods needs right away from them.
Yeah, but now the fight is stalling out. They can only kind of wait to see what happens. You see Karam in the distance trying to, you know, see if he can steal a kill or 2.
Not looking good for Gooners. Gooners and Mighty God, it's funny because, you know, Mighty Gods went in for try to get a quick KP onto Sakura Sensen, and Sakura Sensen shut it down, and then Gooners went in to try to get a quick KP onto Mighty God, and Mighty God shut it down. But Nevsky coming in with the nice shots on the Valiate from Dots. He also Tari span out, and it looks like that's going to be it for Valiate, as it's going to be KVZNO. He's going to come in, and he's going to secure that KP for himself. The shots are just raining down.
It's rough lag right there, or desync. That seems rough, at least for Nubsky. But good shots coming out from Razab, taking their kills up to 2, because they did catch one off of Collector early on. And now Dots, they're stuck in not really a great spot, but I have faith in them. I think they'll be able to get out of there alive. But new circle does pop, and it shifts hard north. And Supernova have a perfect split as Skyline and TTG fighting each other. How many teams are going through? It is going to be 8 from NA and 7 from SA.
Yeah, and
my earlier 9. Apologies.
And you know, Supernova, they are sitting in probably the best position during all of this.
Sure.
They are sitting with a 2-2 split, and you know, no team at this moment is gonna. But in the middle of all this, it's Micah coming in for the knock and the flush onto Eddie. He's going down fast, leaving just one member of MTG. He's the last one up. Ken gonna have to try to see if he can't hold on for his team, as he's getting aggressed by the north and the south of his hacienda. And it's just not a good start for MTG. Gooners are opting to play this a little more safe, and they're playing down towards the long building, the hot dog, maybe trying to back out to see if they can't get away from this, because obviously they don't want to take a 2v4 with Sakura Zinzin. Because now Sakura Zinzin is also defending themselves from Yahoo, as Balefrost comes in and gets knocked by Hyman.
Well, in the distance, we also see Skyline doing well, but Yahoo, they are losing members left and right in Soccer Sense, and they are just still taking up all the points, and everyone else is just shaking their heads, trying to wait their turn. But, yep, Leo or LeBeau, we have a clean feed that's delayed already, so we can be live with you guys as we cast, which is pretty gosh darn nice. So I appreciate the clean feed that PUBG has given us, and Gooners and Pest Control trying to find each other. But Bunt, he has 400 rounds of 9mm. Do you think that's enough?
Not enough. You need more than that, as he manages to just spend only one magazine on knocking and flushing Joshi, as now Pest Control is coming in hot.
Ooh,
Icy Flex might get caught out from the window.
No
and
way!
He just barely gets back inside. And in the middle of all this, TTG is making very swift return fire and work of Skyline, as Skyline has lost one member flushed and 2 knocked. Beautiful nade coming in from Glissy onto Icy Flex, leaving just...
Dang.
Oh, we swapped really fast. Okay.
Yep. Skyline go down. Back to the Gooner and Pest
Back
Control
to the
fight.
Gooner Pest Control fight, as Bunt is the last one up. Not going to be able to run across to go get the res onto Icy Flex, as he is bleeding out fast. I do believe this is like his second knock.
I think it's like his
now,
third.
He's going down fast, and
Yep.
they know where Bunt is. They know where he's playing out of. They just got to be careful about how they swing, because last thing you want to do is to mess with the Panzer Raid boss of the lobby with an SMG in his hand and mess it up by going in one by one.
I don't know what you're referring to. I'm definitely not having flashbacks of around 24 hours ago. Well, Vector, it is an absolutely nasty gun, so they do have to be careful. They know exactly what they're using. Shinboy is going to find static, but I believe that they should actually be able to get the res off, because Supernova was just chilling inside compounds, which I think is a good call.
Yeah, they're sitting in a very well fortified position. It's a little rough for a 2-2 split, but I mean, the only team you have to really worry about taking a full crash off of C1 pop into a fortified position is Gooners, and they're, as you can see in the kill feed, they're like, oh, they're pretty occupied. So, but now Sakura's in. If you were wondering if they were going to continue point sponging the lobby, the answer is obviously a resounding yes, as we're barely 13 minutes into this lobby, and they already have 7 kills, and they're looking to increase that number as Bunt is able to secure a knock onto 1. The shot coming out from Pentaloft. He's going to find the second knock and leaving just Karam, but it's going to be Lucid Freak from the side for a third party. He's going to come in, and he's going to get them to have to back off of pushing onto Pest Control. Karam, he is going to be able to take a little bit of time to maybe get a med and reset. Micah taking some more shots from Lucid Freak as he is putting in some rounds to the side, making it impossible for them to push on down. It's going to be up to Hyman to try to finish this out. Karam with a very good peek. He's going to have to make something happen here quick, as Supernova defend their position from Yahoo, and they are going to get eliminated, sending them back to the lobby.
Nicely done, Pest Control. It was a little bit unlucky with the third party, but seems like they might be able to get all 3 up, which would be amazing for them, but they're kind of stuck in a precarious position. TTG, though, they took Gas Station Mafa. Oh, he goes down to Panadorito with the beautiful shots. Cater and Trimble trying to figure out how to get their boys back, but the suppressed shots, I don't know if they know exactly where. And now Trimble spotted him, trying to take him down, but only going to make them back off. Cater just going to go immediately for the reses and hopefully not get knocked. If he does, that would be even worse to a bad situation.
Yeah, because you just lost another member running for the res.
They need to
smokes
resmoke.
Are dissipating. They do need to resmoke, otherwise it's just gonna be free pickings for Razav. It's not Razav's coming in for the crash. They know one is resing 2 inside of the smoke, and they know the other is anchoring from inside of the gas station. So now looks like they're gonna try to come in and get hot and spicy on it, as it's just
nice
Trimble.
shots.
He goes for the headshot, but Trimble manages to get the knock onto Valeda. He's gonna go for a nade to try to secure the flush, as now is KVZNO coming in with the crash with the Panzer in hand.
Oh my lord.
Pandorito anchoring from the side, trying to see if he can make something happen. Trimble putting in nice shots, going to get the knock onto Nubsky, leaving just KVZNO. And now KVZNO is also going to go down, leaving just Pandorito, the last member up, and he's anchoring. He's nowhere to be seen to come and help for this. What A good hold from Trimble here from TTG.
That was absolute magic coming out from Trimble, getting all or holding the position so well. Panda Dorito, the only one left. Trimble might go down, but I think that you're getting 2 of the reses off at least. Panda Dorito, he does not have much ammo left, and he is trying his best. But honestly, 4 kills, not too shabby. But TTG, what an amazing hold. And I think they're still relatively center compound, and I think Dots was actually close to them, so they might have to be careful, because I think it might be the last one. But Karam, he is trying to get out of there, but does not find it. And K-Mind, who it felt like was dead a lot of the time yesterday, is back up, and now he has his first kill of the night. With Circle about to pop, and where does it go? Supernova, wait, there's no way. Center compound is completely free, but Supernova, Wujutsu, and TTG all get Circle blessed. You know, you could also say Totoyo Bibo is doing pretty well. Sakura Sensen, they have all 4 members up, and I do believe that I saw someone getting the call back in, but I forget who it was. I think it's Valiant. Yeah.
Valiant
the top
got
right.
And look at Dots right now. Look at
Very
this. They're
spread.
playing 4 corners. They're playing 4 corners within this phase 4 zone, which is insane. And absolutely wild. So far, this match has not been the match for crashes. Every team that has gone for a crash onto a team has gotten repelled and absolutely sent back to the lobby. And the majority of their numbers, like majority of them either got killed and flushed, or it's just 1 left up. So this is the dynamic for this is absolutely insane, because typically you 4-man crash onto a solo or a 2-man and you have the information, and we just see that team just gets wiped pretty quickly. But TTG wiping Skyline and then immediately able to hold the crash off from Team Razav, killing 3 of them is absolutely insane, and the numbers that they need to keep themselves within the top 8.
Well, the shots ringing in from Supernova Duel. They found the free compound, and it's not center, but it's still a decent compound. But Sakura Sensen, they're coming in on the other side. They have to be careful. Nice shots coming out from K-Mind, just making Hyman back off, not actually going to take him down. But Collector also, they're barely in. They're getting peppered by 4 dogs in the distance, but if they can hold there, they have the mountainside to play after this circle closes.
Yeah, but once that circle closes, you know that they're going to have to look to go somewhere else. They can't stay there. That position is surely going to get forced off unless the zone somehow comes back hard south, which I'm not doubting. Yeah, that could very well happen. A lot of smoke lines coming out from Duel because they know that they can't live inside of this Prio and this little 1-story forever. They have to get aggressive. They have to take some space and push across as much as they can to try to take the fight back from Sakura Zinsen, who appears to be a 3-man. I guess they lost someone along the way.
Adam South, he's coming in now. Sorry.
Oh, there he is. All 4 of them are
still he has an on, by the way.
Oh, boy, that's not going to be good for helmets for Duel as they're coming through. And I don't know if you saw this, but Blissey just kind of drove straight through the middle of the zone and made it all the way through. So shout out to Pest Control making it into the center of the circle.
All right, but BattleX still has to make it in as well. And Adam with an MP5 on, which I haven't seen anyone run that for a while, but Adam deleting Wooly with just a single click. That does so much damage. Adam trying to go ahead and get the flush. And 4 dogs, they are doing work onto Collector, and I think the crash may be coming in momentarily from them. Vorpal with a nice stun in. 4Earth is completely stunned. That's a good second one. Oh, but 4Earth with a nice hold. Psycho and 4Earth, the last 2 left. Bliss and Ice. Psycho from behind. No, okay, fine. It is going to be Ice who's getting 3 of them, but Micah finding Bliss, and he is going to go down to blue. There's nothing he can do about it. Sakura Zensen still there, taking fights from every single angle, and yet still somehow managing to keep all 4 up and pick up points.
Absolutely insane from Sakura Zinsen. Then they showed this yesterday as well, that they are able to defend from a crash, defend from a 4-man, or defend from multiple teams, or send 2 of them each to go attack a 4-man of a different team and manage to hold their own in those 2v4s. Just absolutely no problem. But the fact that they're able to defend from a crash and make sure that the team doesn't take any more space inside the compound, as well as keep point farming from third-party fights from across the map, is just a very good show. I'm hoping that they're able to continue this into the group stage, because like 98 points off of the first 7 games, they're there. They're in there, you know?
Yeah. Well, Panda Dorito, he may be a solo, but he did get the last one off of a Collector. So I think they're up to 5 kills if my math is right. But Totoyo Bibbo now trying to make their way in, and well, there goes Panadorito. Because, you know, why not put it over to Sakura Zensen? Dude, it's just, you know, there's like a 50-50 shot if a kill that you see is going to be Sakura Zensen or literally any other team.
That's a prediction right there. Who's the next kill going to? And it's just 50-50.
Call it right now, legitimately. Call it right now if it's Sakura Zensen or anyone else, literally. Kill, not knock, kill.
Yeah, Sakura's in the next kill.
All right,
full kill, full knock and flush.
All right, we'll see how it goes. But Adam is going right past his duel. They are holed up, and they are trying to fend off Sakura Sensen. And Wooly, well, Mike is going to find him, and it looks like you are absolutely correct. Sakura Sensen, they're going to find one, they're going to find two, and they take every single thing that they can, not letting anyone escape their grasp.
Just poor Duel. Like, Duel's sitting in second place, so it's not like, oh, this, you know, one poor game is going to keep them from qualing here, but it's just rough because you know that you're sitting inside the same compound as Sakura Zinzin, and the fact that Sakura Zinzin willingly knows that they're in 2v4.
No.
Fight breaks out, continue K-Mine with the sawed off for Micah, but Pentalol quickly responding in kindness, putting the knock back onto K-Mine, as now IQ has the mutant in hand, going to secure himself the KP, as now it's going to be Sakura Zinzin opting to run away to back off of this as the zone closes. Pentalol repositioning so he could get some nade utility in there to see if he can't try to find out IQ and flush him out as the zone is closing. Phase 5 is not a zone you want to be sitting inside of for long, and it is going to be IQ found out by Sakura Zinzin. They managed to find it. They're up to 14 kills already inside of this lobby, and it's just insane. Sakura Zinzin willingly sent 2 people further into the zone to fight and fend off Supernova as well as TTG. And they're still willingly knowing that they're in a 2v4 with Duel sitting inside of this southern compound. It's madness that they're able to take the space and take all these fights.
I would even go so far as to say it's disrespectful. Like, honestly, what is happening now is just disrespect from Sakura Sensen onto the rest of the lobby. But New Circle does go north. Dots and Wujutsu have probably the best as, actually, I kind of do like Totoyo Bibbo's spot. If they can control that hillside, it should be pretty good.
Yeah, as long as they don't
shoot down on everyone, right?
100%. Yeah, as long as they don't get caught with their pants down, they don't let anyone come in to, you know, third party them and, you know, come backstab behind them, and they don't over aggress onto teams that are in a much better fortified position. They could live up there and just ADR farm, maybe steal a couple of kills, and really help their numbers out to getting down from that bottom half of the leaderboard.
Well, Penta, he is medding through blue. That is all that he can do at this point, as TTG also knows exactly where he is and is just waiting for him to step outside and into an unsafe territory. But Blizzy, he is content inside of his shack, trying to defend that as much as possible. We saw it with... Wait, was it Blizzy?
It was Blissy.
It was Blissy literally 1 game ago. But nice shots coming out from Kev, deleting Hyman. And the raid of bosses, they might get taken down. Penry gets headshot. So does Kev. But it does not matter. Trimble in the distance going to be the one who takes them down. And now other teams can finally pick up some points. But I believe that Batty actually got shot in the back of the head by a teammate. And now Kev is the last one as Totoyo Bibbo in a beautiful position to pick up a lot of kills. It's Dots and Wujutsu are fighting inside. Well, Dots go down immediately, and a couple of teams pick up points, but Wujutsu still happy with that one because they were not in before this match, and now these points is definitely putting them up into the running.
And it's just look at that leaderboard. Like, before this game started, a lot of these teams were either sitting in a position to qualify or they were just sitting out of it.
Oh,
dynamic.
Blissy.
Oh, Blissy, no. Totoyo Bibbo, just let him live in his shack. Let him be. The dynamic of this leaderboard is just shifting back up and down, left and right so much that, you know, one game where you just pop off and get a good handful of kills is enough to get you to qualify. And we could see that because Wujutsu was sitting in, I think, 12th place. 10th or 12th, 10th to 12th place, and now they're sitting in 8th, just off of 3 kills. So it's like, and there's still 5 more games left on the day.
I will say that it was also placement points, but yeah, with Sakura Sensen again, just picking up so many points, it is so swingy. But TTG, I do want to point out Trimble because he has 5 kills in this game. He has been absolutely popping off with that MK14, doing work. Totoyo, Bibbo, and with Jutsu getting that circle, but it's definitely more with Jutsu than anyone else. So they needed to try and take and hold space as the rest of the lobby needs to figure out their way in. Trimble, the closest one for TTG, but Blissey, he is inside of a shack, and he's probably just trying to survive, maybe with meds, but we'll see how well it works out for him.
Yeah, I mean, and TTG, I like the way that they're running. You know, they're running up towards the west side of water treatment because that's the only line in that they really have besides Totoy Bibbo, who could be looking over and just absolutely damage farming onto them. They could, but I don't. Maybe they're okay. A little patience doesn't hurt. Waiting for him to run away from the only hard cover he has, putting good damage into him. But now Cater getting found out. It's gonna be rough because now Bujutsu knows that someone made it into water treatment behind them that they're getting shot at from the top of the hill. I will say I do like Totoy Bibbo's position a lot better because it could still shift towards them. I don't think it's going to directly maybe circle up onto that little water tower thing, but Totoy Bibbo could just sitting in second to last. Now they're sitting in 14th and they have 6 kills and they've guaranteed themselves placement points. So like, they're doing very well this game. I don't know what
good
changed.
Shots.
Beautiful knock coming out from Cater, though, onto sneak attack. He manages to get the knock. He's going to see if he can't maybe get the flush with the BZ nade. He's prepping it out. Good Molotov, a good nade on the Cater, but that's it. It's going to be a knock for him, and Mafu is also down, as now it is just up to Trimble to try to see if he can't make something happen.
Well, now at TTG, go out, Lucid Way. Blissey, again, is just running through every single team trying to survive. He's down to about 30 HP, but still alive somehow. That is, dare I say, hilarious.
No, that is hilarious, because in the middle of the Sakura Zenzen duel fight where duel crashed them, he was just he just took his bike and drove straight through the middle of the zone, parked it inside of a shack, and then just lived there. Now he's just done the same thing to get inside of this jungle gym.
I mean, pretty good point pickup for him. I know that they don't have a lot of kills, but I mean, hey, third with how early a lot of them went down, that's not that bad. But with you two, they definitely have a lot more circle to play with if they can get to that ridge ahead of them, which I think they should be able to, especially if they have just a couple of smokes. But if they can clear Blissey and just make sure that it's a 4v4 fight, it will be very nice for them.
Blissey really needs Totoy Bibbo and or Wujutu to start taking knocks on one another and have one of the teams to just start aggressing down so that he could try to steal a couple of KP, because he knows in this position he's stuck in between 2 full 4-mans. He's not getting out of this alive, but he might be able to steal a couple of kills away from the enemies before they manage to take him out.
That's the hope.
Totoy Bibbo is I love their positioning. They're running out of space to play in, but so is Wujutu. But they have the hills that they can play off of to protect them from Totoy Bibbo taking shots down on top of them. It's all going to come down to who hits their shots better and who blazes better. But it's going to be a crash from Totoy Bibbo. And Zito's going to find the knock onto O-Vibes. And he's going to get found and almost flushed, about half HP, as Blissey manages to find the knock on a Seifu, who started pushing up the side hill. Exactly what Blissey wanted. He manages to get the flush as well. And he has himself a nice, beautiful little head peek. Nade coming out, not able to make it connect, as Blissey's able to stay alive just a little longer and pick himself up another KP.
Nicely done for him. But now this is just giving Wujutsu kind of an entrance on here. I know they lost Zito, but I think this is pretty good for them. And TTB, they did get their remaining member up. That nade, it could be absolutely vital, bouncing right at the feet. It does some damage, but not enough. And that was the last lethal that Lucid had. So, wait. I apologize. It was Seifu that went down, not in Zito.
Yeah, and Zito got the initiating knock onto TTB as they were driving down.
I think that's what my brain remembered.
And Blissey is he's playing this well. Like, both teams know well about him, where he's sitting at, so they're just trying to play this extremely safe. I like the util usage from TTB. They're smoking off their soft angles, giving themselves, they're smoking off their hard angles, giving themselves a little bit of soft cover to protect them from Wujutu coming in for a little bit of a wide flank grab. But Blissey He's getting shot at. Toy Bibbo putting in a lot of damage. Blissey stuck between Zito and Quadnada as he's coming in, running around. Flash is coming in. Blissey is full blind, but Quadnada manages to get full blinded as well, but it does not even matter. He laughs in the face of flashbangs as he manages to find Blissey, eliminating Pest Control in third place, and now it is a 4v3.
Well, and Zito, he's trying to find the opening knock, but it is proving it to be elusive. Sneak Attack went on top of the tankers, getting a knock, and now Lucid gonna open up, and now it's a 3v2 in that split second. Sneak Attack knows exactly where they are. He hears the steps underneath him. Is he gonna switch? Nope, he doesn't. Lucid, it is too quick and too easy, and Wajutu pick up the first win of the day.
Very well played by Wajutu. Hats off to Blissey there. He's just in the last game of yesterday.